Hi, welcome back. Ooh, so other day had a revelation. I had to just write it down because it was like, you know, it just be like, wow, my mind, her mind. I gotta find it in my notes app because you know, my mind be like, All right, that was the topic of this video. Every situation has always worked out in your favor. I came to this conclusion after thinking about every bad thing that happened to me. A lot of it just made sense. Like, now that I am coming into this new era of me, it's like, wow, everything makes sense. I look back on all of my rejections. All of those things are things that I truly did not want. I did not know that I did not want them at the time. But it's like hindsight's 2020. I look back and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't get that because I got something better, or I got away from something that would have probably been detrimental to me. So example would be friendships. I had a friend in high school. Girl, I look back on that. Thank God we fell out. Thank God. And the more I've gotten into human design, it has really opened my eyes to who I am and how my life is kind of meant to go. I'm meant to bump into things. It's a very trial and error kind of thing. I just have to essentially F around and find out. So I'm just bumping into a bunch of things. Sometimes we work, sometimes we don't work. Sometimes we work for a certain amount of time and then we fall out. But the point is, people will always serve their purpose in my life the way that they need to. So when I fell out with these people, there was always a lesson to learn. I look back and the lesson I learned from one of my older previous relationships is that I needed to learn to believe in myself. I didn't believe in myself enough. So I needed to go back to the lab, back to the drawing board and start over essentially and learn to believe in myself. Or it was something like codependency. I was too codependent on somebody. And when we fell out, I learned you need to go and depend on yourself. So in the times where I was rejected in love, it was because I didn't love myself enough. And I needed to show up for myself. Because this person didn't show up for me, I need to go ahead and show up for me. I needed to learn these things. And in the times where I didn't have any love in my life, I didn't have any options in my life, God sat me down. And it was because he wanted me to really enjoy me. Enjoy where I am. Enjoy who I am. And figure out exactly who I want to be. God wanted me to learn how to stand on my own. God wanted me to learn how to be 100% comfortable with myself. So in the past, when I was disrespected, I needed to learn how to respect myself and set boundaries. The whole point of these bad things happening to me was so that I can transmute the energy. Every bad thing will not be in vain. And that's a really important thing I'm learning, is that these bad things happen to me and I don't gain anything from keeping that anger in my body. I gain nothing. You have to transmute the energy. You have to make this negative thing something positive in my life, something to fuel something good ahead of me. Everything bad that happened to me was just to prepare me for how abundant my future is. And I just did not have enough boundaries. I did not have enough self-respect. I did not have enough love for myself to show up the way I need to in this season of my life. There was no way I could have did that. There was no way I could have stand 10 toes down the way I do for myself today. There was no way I was gonna do that in the stage that I was in before. Absolutely not. So in those moments where I was so uncomfortable with the way my life was turning out, it was because I needed to learn how to be comfortable with myself. How can I create my own comfort? How can I create it for me outside of anybody else? No matter what it looked like, going on outside of me? How can I create what I want? So I say this to say that I'm very appreciative of my pain. I'm very appreciative of it because pressure makes diamonds. They were not lying. And a lot of times I tried to run. I couldn't run no more. I couldn't run from myself anymore. I couldn't run from the pain anymore. And the thing is, you need to learn how to transmute energy before the energy transmutes itself, because it's going to. All that bitterness you have stuck is going to transfer itself into a disease. I don't care if you let it sit it long enough, it is going to become a disease. It's going to become migraines. It's going to become mental disorders. It's going to become something if it just sits there and you do nothing with it. If you just try to keep suppressing it and not feeling it and trying to push it away like, oh no, I can't face this, it's gonna face you. Whether mentally, physically, emotionally, it's going to face you. So stop running from yourself. Stop running from that trauma. Trauma is not gonna go away. So how are we gonna use it, babe? We gotta use it for something. And the thing is, people want you to sit in your trauma. They want you to be bitter. They want you to be miserable in this life. Why would you want the people that hurt you to win in that way? Seriously, why would you want anybody that hurts you to win in that way? If you don't get up, if you don't stand on business, girl, what is you doing? Girl, don't piss me off. Like, I refuse to let the bad things people did to me go in vain. Y'all wanted to hurt me? Okay, I'm gonna take your energy and I'm gonna make it into something that I want, into something that actually benefits me, because you didn't want me to benefit. You wanted to dim my light. Y'all wanted me to be depressed. Y'all wanted me to be down. Y'all wanted me to be the villain. So now I can use my pain to show up exactly how I want to show up in this life. All those bad things that happened to you, you weren't meant to carry them. You were not meant to carry that negative emotion. You were not meant to fester on it. You were not meant to be miserable. You were meant to take it and make it into something that you can learn from. Take it and make it into something that you can benefit from. Take it and upgrade your life. That's what it was there for. And that is what alchemy is. Making something that people would have said, how did you become this? Like, how did you get this out of this? That's what alchemy is. Like, how did she become successful from her abuse? How did she do it? You gotta take that negative energy and have people wondering, like, how did she do this? Like, her mind, like, she's like supernatural. It's giving magician, bitch. So I say this to say, stop running from that trauma. Stop running from those emotions and face it before it faces you, please. And sometimes it be too late, and I do not want that to be for you. Do not let that pain be in vain. I was put on this earth to enjoy it. Despite what other people did to me and what I've been through, I came here to enjoy my time. And when I picture my life, I picture freedom. I see something that is so limitless for myself. And in order for me to become who I need to be in this life, I had to transmute that energy. The energy couldn't come with me. The fact that it happened, but I can't change the fact that it happened. What can I do about it now, today, that is going to benefit me, make me a better person? What can I do today? And it's alchemize. Alchemize, alchemize, alchemize. And that right there is how you become powerful. So yes, I hope you left this video with something to think about, okay? Think about it. Just think about it. Just ponder about it, okay? I love you all. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.